Hey guys, welcome to Bear Biking UK. In my last video I just received my new Schwalbe Magic Mary Evo Super Gravity tyres and also my Troy Lee Designs sprint pants. I'm going to show you a short clip to see how I got on the first ride that I did. As you can see from that clip, it was pretty wet and slippy out there on the ride. Still had a lot of fun. My first impressions of the new tyres are that they're pretty good, but I've still got a bit of playing around to do to make sure I find the right tyre pressure for me. And perhaps just get used to having maybe a little bit more grip and a bit more confidence in the tyre going into some corners and over roots and rocks and things. The sprint pants, I'm pretty happy with those. Probably wouldn't recommend that you wear them when you've got a cycle to where you want to go riding. Probably better for an uplift day at a bike park or something like that. Not good if you've got to go a distance because you get pretty hot. I'm a bit of a sweaty beast anyway, so it's never too helpful. So with the tyres, started off with the pressure of 30 in the front and rear, which was really helpful getting over there, really good. And then gradually just let a bit of air out each time, making sure I brought my handy little digital pressure gauge with me. And I worked my way down and ended up with running 19 on the front and about 15 on the rear, which I know is pretty low. I'm quite a hefty guy, I'm fairly heavy, like around 16 stones, something like that. So I was quite surprised at how low I was able to run these pressures, but it's probably due to the fact that they've got a pretty thick sidewall on them. They're quite a heavy duty tyre, so I was able to run a lower pressure. I am running them with tubes, I'm not running tubeless. So again, I was really surprised I was able to go that low. Even going over the rocks or anything, I didn't feel like I was squeezing the tyre too much. So yeah, overall really pleased with them. Still probably a little bit of playing around to do to find the perfect tyre pressures for me. But yeah, really happy. On with tyre pressures, I think it's really hard to recommend a tyre pressure to people because people come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and it's really difficult to say this is the best tyre pressure for the front wheel, this is the best tyre pressure for the rear wheel. You basically need to get out there and have a play around with them, and you'll find that when you change tyres like I've recently just done, the tyre pressures won't be the same either. I've gone from hands damp tyres on the front and rear, which are another Schwalbe tyre, and to be honest I was running a much higher pressure but getting a fair amount of grip. Whereas these I've managed to lower down quite a lot to maximise grip as much as possible and still haven't decreased the performance of the tyre at all or run the risk of getting any flats so far. So it's always an interesting one, but it's personal preference and it just takes a lot of playing around. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Hopefully I'll bring you something new and interesting in the next few days. Thanks for watching.